Michael from Killarney here. Today we're going to replace a sliding door lock. This lock's been damaged due to a misalignment between the door locking mechanism and the striker over here on this side. So what's happened is the striker and the door lock have fallen out of alignment, so every time this door's been closed, this striker has smashed into the door lock up here where it shouldn't be hit. So we've got to replace this, no worries. So we'll take this all apart and we'll get going on it. So we'll rip up to Bunnings, grab a new one of these locks, and then we'll get going on replacing it. These little cover plates, they're covering the screws. Oop. Just pop it out with your fingernail, like I did. Or maybe just use the tip of a screwdriver and just pop it out. Now here's why the door lock needs to be replaced. See how that's caved in like that? That's supposed to be nice and level. So first, take the door handle off. There's a lot of pressure on this lock, on that bottom screw, because it's all bent out of shape. So let's just take these screws off for now. Hopefully relieve that pressure so I can get that screw out. Alright, we can't get this screw out. It's all bent out of shape because the door's been pounding this door lock and it's bent the screw. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to drill the head off and get this lock apart. Get a slightly bigger drill bit. We've drilled through the head now. We just need to cut this apart. Alright, that's now apart. We just vacuum up the metal shaving. Now I've got the lock apart, we need to take the barrel out because we're going to reuse this barrel. So we just slide our barrel out. This is the way it works. That little paw comes down and engages the lock. So basically to get this barrel out, it just needs to be in the unlocked position. Then it just slides straight out. So we're going to reuse that. What we've got here is a new locking assembly. Now we got this up there from Bunnings. They're now selling these kits without the barrel. So we don't need a new barrel because we already have one that works and it's already keyed to this house. So this saves us about 15 bucks and we can reuse our own barrel. So that's good. That's the new part. Just got to get the old one out of here. And there's the broken bit. That's the bit that's been folded in from getting just misalignment. Just grab a knife to open this up. Alright, well, we've got our new door lock. We've opened up our packet successfully. First thing we need to do is fit the lock block to the door frame. We'll just slide that in there. Now, one thing that can happen over time, these holes where the door lock goes, these holes can get split and busted and not work any longer. So if they do in your door lock, what you're going to need to do is switch from a screw to a rivet. These screws are still working and screwing into the frame nicely, so we don't need to put a rivet in here. But if you do, it's easy enough. You just get a rivet, pop the rivet in this hole, and then next time you need to change this, you'll just need to drill that rivet out first. Alright, so that's the lock fitted. Now we need to fit our cylinder back in, then put the handle back together, and then this side will be done. So now we just slide our lock in, position that about center. There's a screw that holds the cylinder in place. We'll just unpack our box of bits, grab that screw, which is this nice long one, and put that in. Okay, check that's working. Wonderful. Alright, so that's that. Now we'll put our handles on. Got the screws for that, which are these machine screws. So this is the indoor side. That's got the locking mechanism that you can lock the door with from the inside. Of course, there's not one on the outside because you don't want people to be able to unlock your house from the outside. So we just put the outside one on. Put that in. Put that in place. So that's all in place now. One on the outside, one screw on the inside. Wonderful. Check that works. Now, one thing with these locks, the catch has to be engaged to make the lock work. So we just put that in, test it. Yep, everything's functioning nicely. That lock's going to work lovely. See, when I push it in, when the striker engages, it automatically latches the lock, see? So it touches a button in the back, and that engages it and locks it. Right, so this lock has a little bit of double-sided tape on the striker. So what we're going to do, take that double-sided tape sticker off, and then when we close our door, that's going to push on this door, and then hopefully, if it works perfectly, leave it exactly where it needs to go. And that double-sided tape's just holding it there. That's where the alignment has made this door latch work correctly. So we're just going to screw that in place. And once that's all tightened up, we'll obviously double check our alignment. Perfect. If you didn't have that double-sided tape to help you out, what we're going to do is make sure that this side here, the top of this, goes into this hole. So we have the door, close it a few times, here that's just at the top, and then you make sure it's not hitting, adjust up and down by a couple millimeters each time, change, hold just until you get it perfect. And that just latches perfectly in there. See how when it gets close, it just automatically falls together. And then that latches. Make sure it locks, which it does. And then that's it. Alright, well that's replacing a sliding door screen lock and adjusting. If you like my video, give it a share, give it a like, and subscribe so you get all the updates of the new videos.